Padded Room. I'm Samaniatic. Let's get ready for some news and shit. So the first thing we have on our list is the most anticipated games or top video games of 2017 according to Forbes.com. Now, of course, that's completely up to us to decide what we're anticipating and what we like playing, but it doesn't matter. We're going to read it anyways and maybe get an idea what we might like, you know? You never know. There are tons of great-looking video games coming out in 2017. Many of these are Western releases, but a huge number of fantastic titles are coming out of Japan also. In fact, many of the most hotly anticipated games are Japanese this year. In any case, here's a list of the best, or at least the most important, to Forbes, video games currently announced for a 2017 release. I'm putting them in alphabetical order and including trailers whenever possible. I'll keep this list updated with other important releases as well. Take a look and let me know which of these video games you are excited about. And I do actually have the link for this as well, which I will put in chat so you guys can check it out and let them know what you think. First game on our list is ARMS, one of the Nintendo Switch's first releases. ARMS is a boxing game that uses both button and motion controls. Fighters have boxing gloves and long spring arms and duke it out in a ring. It looks novel as far as fighting games go, and exactly the sort of quirky little game that Nintendo would come up with. Nintendo is very good at coming out with those quirky little games. Obviously, they're very good for cheering people up. You know, a little prescription for depression. Here, play some Nintendo games. You'll feel a whole lot better. Are they gonna do it? They're totally gonna do it. Well, maybe not. Holy shit. Ow! Oh shit. Bitch! I don't think so. Dig this music. Get him! This looks so fun. I have to try this. How have I not heard about this for the Switch when it was one of the first games to come out for it? Like, 'cause I don't have a fucking Switch yet, 'cause I'm a dumbass and a lame ass. That'd be more like VR, man. This would probably be super fun in VR. I hope they do that. I like the music choice. Hardcore fisting, what's up? Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa. That looks sick. Da-da-da-da. That's funny. That looks like a great game. I would love to play ARMS. That would be something that would be super fun to just mess around with your friends. Absolutely. Or a good drunk stream game. All right, so the second game in the list, again, this is just alphabetical order. It's not by favorites or anything like that. Berserk and the Band of the Hawk. This game, based off of the popular and uber-violent manga, is a spin-off of the also popular Dynasty Warriors franchise. I did play that once. I was confused as hell. I admit it, I kind of wish it were a ripoff of Dark Souls rather than the hack-and-slash chaos of Dynasty Warriors, but that's probably just a personal bias. Maybe I'm not that much of a Dynasty Warriors fan. Well, the fact that you said you wish it were, that automatically makes it a opinion. So, yeah, you probably are biased. Opinions tend to be personal. But I know that Dynasty Warriors, when I tried that, that was a really super hack and slash game. They are not kidding about that. Just dudes fucking everywhere. Dark Fantasy no Kinji to Berserk no Monogatari wo Gekijou ban 3部作の映像を交え徹底体験. Yeah. Let's see. So the next one on their list here is Call of Cthulhu, a gothic Lovecraftian mystery and psychological horror game from the Cyanide Studios. Could be great, could be meh, but I like the trailer. All right. Did this guy really do any research in video games? Like, does he play games? I don't know if the guy who did this article plays games. All right, Call of Cthulhu trailer. See what we got.
I don't trust them.
Me either.
You must help me, Mr. Pierce.
Oh, I'm gonna be playing this. Okay, maybe this guy does play games.
A monster!
Are you sure these paintings were hers?
Cast it back into the sea.
They are not in the spaces we know, but in between them.
Dozens of dead whales floating belly up with unexplained lacerations. That's what I heard.
People fear darkness, but if I were you, I would fear light.
Okay. That's goosebumps, dude. That's getting played. Absolutely, for sure. Of course it's not on Xbox. It's on PS4 and fucking computer. Or is it just PS4? Is it seriously a PS4 exclusive? Fuck my life. Someone that has a PS4, one of my friends, you better be playing that. Call of the Cthulhu. That looks fucking amazing. Or I just need to get my ass a fucking PS4. Alright, the final DLC for the Dark Souls franchise, Dark Souls 3, The Ringed City, takes the player to the Ringed City at the end of the Age of Fire, at the edge of the world. But seriously, say that like fast when you're drunk. End of the Age of Fire at the edge of the world. Good luck. I believe in you.
Close of the Age of Fire.
That's a big woman. Ah, you fucked up. You're not supposed to touch the artifacts. Jeez, museum rules number 1. Holy shit. Soundtrack and graphics in Dark Souls 3, yeah. They never disappoint. Next one on the list is Divinity Original Sin 2, the follow-up to the original Divinity Original Sin, which was one of the most charming, clever role-playing games to come out in years. Divinity Original Sin 2 looks to expand on everything that made the original so great with better graphics, a bigger world, and more choices. If you can't control your hype for this one, nobody will blame you. Shh, I'm watching a movie. Shut your fucking piles. Forge your own path. Feel the fire. Is that a moving bush? Outwit your enemies. Step with light. Adventure with up to 4 friends. This is just like a Diablo. It's time. Divinity Original Sin 2. Now on early access. Divinity Donkey. So Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Fresh off the heels of the amazing Dragon Quest builders, Dragon Quest Heroes 2 is described as a hack-and-slash field-roaming action RPG that sends players on a new adventure to restore order in a once peaceful world filled with hordes of monsters and battles of epic proportions. Sounds good to me. I like that more cartoony, less serious style here. It's a nice contrast to something like Final Fantasy. Oh, that's super cartoony. That is not at all what I pictured when they were describing it. Not at all. Dynasty Warriors 9. Finally, a fully open-world Dynasty Warriors game. Dynasty Warriors 9 promises to be the biggest, best-looking in a long-running epic action franchise. Fire Emblem Echoes, a reimagining of the second Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Gaiden. Echoes comes to the 3DS surprisingly soon after the launch of Fire Emblem Fates last year. But we're not complaining. The more Fire Emblem, the better. The game looks to diverge from modern entries into the series with some dungeon crawling and no mirage mechanic. Marriage? Is that marriage or mirage? Fire Emblem Heroes, the first Fire Emblem mobile game and the second major mobile release from Nintendo, not counting Pokemon Go. This one is for sure to be controversial. I think it looks like a pretty good take on the turn-based fantasy RPG. The free-to-play game is coming both to Android and iOS and is basically a scaled-down version of a regular core Final Fantasy or Final Emblem title. Not Final Fantasy. It's probably a better game than this is. I'm just saying. Just throwing it out there. My opinion, you know, whatever. Fire Emblem Warriors. We get it. Someone likes Fire Emblem. This guy has a thing with fire. The flame and the flood. That's the... Bro, you gotta go to, what do they call that? Pyromaniacs Anonymous? It's cool. It's cool. You just gotta let us know. The Flame and the Flood. A girl and her dog survive in a roguelike wilderness by raft and overland, scourging the resources, setting up camp, and evading predators like huge bears. Cool art style and a great trailer. It's for its PS4 release. I get running away from bears. Every time I go on an adventure and it's the bear trap one, I always get my foot stuck in a damn bear trap. Every fucking time. For honor, knights, Vikings, and samurai do glorious battle in this quirky multiplayer title from Ubisoft that I'm sure we have all heard about over and over and over again because it came out and everybody's fucking playing it. If you like action fighting games with a touch of MOBA, this might be the game for you. I've played the alpha, but I'm waiting for the upcoming beta and full release to offer up any sort of valuable judgment. It's a great concept, but so much hinges on how satisfying the combat ends up being. That is one of those games that you really need skill. You really need to know how to work the type of fighter that you pick because it's not just running around doing magic shit and hack and slashing. You have to know what you're doing and what buttons to hit when and anticipate your opponent's moves, and it's insane. It looks awesome. The graphics are great. Let's see, Friday the 13th. Play as Jason Voorhees, or one of a handful of camp counselors in a multiplayer asymmetrical PvP horror survival game. I have seen some people play this. I think H2O Delirious played this. I watched a little bit of that, and it looks really fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie. All right, next article we have here is new Zelda and Super Smash Bros. Amiibo announced by Nintendo Direct. 6 new Amiibos, figures were unveiled during today's Nintendo Direct. 3 new Link figurines from Zelda 30th Anniversary Series will hit store shelves on June 23rd, while Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta will join the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo line on July 21st, 2017. The 3 new Legend of Zelda Amiibo figure feature Link from Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword. Nintendo hasn't officially confirmed whether or not these figures will work with their most recent Zelda game, but The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which heavily utilizes past Zelda Amiibos, but after data miners found several different in-game outfits associated with Amiibo code, future Amiibo became a certainty. The Cloud, Corrin, and Bayonetta Amiibo were first announced back in 2015 and are finally being released to complete the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo line. The 3 characters were the last to join the game's roster via DLC. 2 versions of each character will ship. Cloud will come in both original Final Fantasy 7 attire, and that of the movie spin-off Final Fantasy VII, Adventure Children. Bayonetta will be available in outfits from both the original game and the Wii U exclusive sequel. Corrin will ship in both male and female form. That looks awesome! Look at those things. Don't they look fucking sick? The detail they put in those. You know, some kids just take those and like chew on them. Next article I have for you guys is about Heroes of the Storm. Adds Overwatch Genji to the roster. Blizzard Entertainment announced today its plans to introduce the Overwatch character Genji into its updated Heroes of the Storm 2.0. Both the cybernetic ninja and his home turf of Hanamura are coming to the Nexus on April 25th. That's tomorrow. Oh my god. It's being recorded right now on the 24th, so just saying. Oh, what's this? Bilbo Baggins 15 is following. Welcome to the Maniac crew, Bilbo Baggins. So nice to have you here. Can I live in your nice little hobbit house? They're so cute. Once the carefree youngest scion of the Shimada clan, Genji was cut down by his own brother for refusing to take part in their illegal ventures. Grafted into Cyborg's body by Overwatch, Genji walks his own path as one who fights for what's right. On Hanamura, players can harness the power of explosive payloads as they vie for control of the Shimada clan's ancestral home. Heroes of the Storm 2.0 is now available for beta testing, and the update featuring Genji and the Hanamura Battleground will be released on April 25th, tomorrow, as this is being recorded on the 24th. You can catch up with our review of the game here, and stay tuned for more news on Gaming Trend. Last article for you guys here is a little treat referring to my home state, Michigan, in the USA here. Let's see, this is from the New York Times, and basically they're commenting, or they recommend that you visit Michigan. New York Times has a letter of recommendation section where they write about things you should try. They recommend many different things to readers: books, food, taking your baby to work, music, lifestyle ideas, and more. In April 20th issue, the recommendation: Michigan. First state ever recommended by the New York Times, 'cause we're kind of badass like that. What's up? This is, right here, this is us. Is that right there? Oh, right there. Yes. All right, let's see. The author Eric Spitznagel, Eric Spitznagel, that's just fun to say, was born and raised in Michigan, and after moving away, still retains his love for the mitten. What's up? He surprised his fiancée with a Petoskey stone, and she didn't get it. But he didn't mind. Petoskey stones are awesome. Research it, dude. They're great. Oh my god. The lakes out there. So fucking gorgeous. Clearest water you will ever see in your entire life. His mom was afraid that Bono would be moving all of U2 to Michigan after he visited Mario Batali up in Leelanau. She was that certain he would fall in love with the state. He admits to Michigan's faults, too. We know that Michigan has its faults. Lake effect snow, roads that resemble post-World War II Dresden, things like that. A hollowed-out auto industry in Detroit, and only U.S. city with an annual holiday dedicated to looting and fires. I didn't know that. But he waxes poetic about the state's good side, and every Michigander's fear, or Michiganian, whichever you prefer, that the state will be overrun with people moving here. There are great things about the state, and it's easy to fall in love with our mitten. We have everything from beaches to woods to cities to Michael Moore to Ted Nugent, the Lions, the Tigers, the Red Wings, the Bears, oh my. No, I'm just kidding. The beers. We got beer. What up, craft beer? Check out Eric Spitznagel's story at the New York Times and celebrate our state being the first ever recommended by the New York Times. Guys, we're kind of cool like that. What's up? Thank you so much for stopping by. And again, I will catch you on the flip side. Bye! That wind that you feel on your face that feels so good? Tree fart.